everybody. A warm welcome to everyone here. I would like to invite Dr. Rupinder Kaiche, who is the author of two books, Sunshine and Dewdrops. It's a compilation of poems on nature and animals. I would like to request Dr. Rupinder Kaiche on the stage, please.
पीछे 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 पीछे
What inspired you to write the poems?
Good afternoon, everyone. As we all know, we come across nature every day. But do we really see it? Do we really have the time to stand and admire it? We're all rushing around in our lives, day-to-day lives with work and a lot of home pressures. But in that, we forget that there's a world which is so beautiful around us, which we miss. So that nature is what inspired me to write. Everything about nature, if we see, is beautiful. There's a small poem which I would like to read so that you can understand what I'm trying to say to you. When the sun rose, I don't know how many of us have actually seen the sun rise with the eyes of a poet. Out came the sun and drove the night away. Up and about were the birds. In flocks they flew chirping and gay. Peeping from its burrow jumped the snowy rabbit out. Grabbing a mouse in its beak, the sharp-eyed eagle gave a victory shout. This is just a small poem, a little bit of it, which captures the beauty of sunshine, which we tend to miss in our daily life. So if we just have 5 minutes and observe that, our whole day will go in a very happy and a joyous mood, just as we're supposed to be in normal day-to-day life.
What type of poems do you write?
Most of my poems are on nature. I want people to appreciate nature, to see nature. Only if we love nature, because there's a lot of hullabaloo about conserving nature. Have you ever fallen in love? If you fall in love with nature, you will really make all efforts out to preserve it. So that is what I want. Because I write on nature, I want everybody to enjoy it, to see nature as it is. If we love nature, we will preserve it, we will take care of it, and we'll have a beautiful planet. I also write about children. In today's world, I think children are as stressed out as adults are. There's a lot about children which we forget. We don't give them adequate time to enjoy the childhood which we had. I think somewhere our children are missing it. That is because the parents are so stressed out that the stress passes on to the children. So I've written small poems about children which can be an eye-opener for parents. If parents become happy and they realize that the children are small children who need to enjoy their childhood, probably we'll have a society tomorrow which is full of love, care and understanding. We will not have the commotion, the fights, the irregularities that we see today. So I really want the children to enjoy their childhood and live as free birds.
What do you want to express to your audience through your poems?
There's a lot of love, happiness that I want to express. When I see nature, when I see children, there is love, unabated love which flows in the universe. I want that love to flow to everyone. I want everyone to be happy and as they are supposed to be. We forget that we are supposed to be happy. That is the basic nature of human beings. Somewhere we have lost that basic nature. We have gone around looking for things which are far, far fetched away, leaving the small things which actually give us happiness and pleasure behind. We are struggling in our everyday life, forgetting there's happiness right with us, within us. So that is what I want people to realize. This is something about love which I've written, which I will share. How could I not love you? You are me and I am you. Do I not love myself? Love for you will see love in me. That is what I want to surround people with.
Ma'am, I heard you are a cardiac anesthetist. As a doctor, you are quite busy with your profession. So how do you get time to write these poems? You have written more than 500 poems, so how do you get time to write these poems?
I'm a practicing doctor. I think that is what makes me come close to the realities of life. A lot of difficulty, a lot of hardships that people go through. When people come to the hospital, they're sick, they're saddened, a lot of pressures. All this leads to depression. And I find people actually suffering because of their own thinking, because of something which is not there. They are scared. I can understand that. That is what prompted me to share my poems with everybody, because I want them to come out of that life and enjoy the days that they have. Enjoy the world that is so beautiful. As a doctor, I see a lot of pain, and that pain I want to bring out of people and convert it into happiness, which is very positive for their betterment and for all of us actually.
Do you think technology will overtake the books? The modern technology will overtake reading of books? Do you think it is vanishing? The reading of books is being vanishing in current people. They don't read books, but the technology is completely overtaking them. So what do you think? Technology will overtake reading books completely, or people will still keep reading books? And what should be done for it?
I feel it is very important to read books. The children nowadays are hooked on to their tabs, to the telephones. This actually causes a lot of problems because medically speaking, their attention deficit disorders are because of them. They lack the ability to pay attention to small things. They don't go out and play, so health-wise it's a big nuisance. I think over a period of time, children will learn that it is the books which give them the actual pleasure. If you read books and if you read the same story on a tab, there's a lot of difference. Books give you the feel. Books give you love and attachment to it. You feel the reader, you feel the poet, whereas a tab is a very cold version of the book. And it has been proven actually, research has proved it, that when you read it from the tab, you don't tend to remember for long. That is a lot of things, the radiations and a lot of the backdrop which is not there, which is a very cold backdrop on the tabs, that doesn't help you remember it for long. Whereas if you read a book, that connectivity remains with you for a long time. So I think because technology is something which we all get awed by, so we jump to it as anything new comes in. A new tab comes in, everybody wants to see it. A new phone comes in, everybody wants to try it. So we are trying that, but over a period of time, I am quite sure we will realize that it is time to come back to books. The same old books, you sit down in your bed, you sit down with a cup of coffee, you read when you're traveling in a train. That is what gives you the real pleasure. So I don't think technology will overtake books because books are there to stay. The people who love it and there are people who enjoy it. It's just a matter of little time. And I think if parents make the children realize that technology is what man himself has made, children will definitely realize it and they'll start enjoying and come back to books. Reading is a habit which all of us should inculcate in ourselves as well as our children. Reading not only helps you, it keeps you away from negativity, it gives you a very positive environment, it makes you world facing, or you can face the world in a very strong and apt manner. So I think reading is a habit which we should inculcate in all our children.
Thank you, madam. Any questions from the audience?